you guys, so let's talk a little bit before the show. Okay, I had to fix the camera. So hey you guys, let's talk a little. Oh wait, hold on, let me fix the camera, you guys, because it's looking a mess. Okay, does it look nice, you guys? You think so? Okay, so let's talk a little bit before the show. You know, if you guys would like me to talk about something before the show, please leave comments down below. I like for this to be an interactive, you know, show where we interact with each other. I feel like interaction is a good thing. I like to interact. I like to communicate with you guys. You guys are my ohana, and I just love you guys. So make sure you leave your comments down below if you would like me to talk about something, you know. Let it be not a long rant for me to go on because, and you know, some people, when we do DIY Saturday, they tend to feel that I rant a lot. And I mentioned that in the last video or a couple of videos before that. So, you know, let's make it under 2 minutes, you guys. So today we're going to talk about carrot juice because right now I'm on a carrot juice regimen, meaning I drink carrot juice 2 times a week. And the reason why I'm on this regimen right now is because I feel like my skin is going through something weird. No matter how much I prep my skin at night and no matter how much, you know, cleansers I use, moisturizers I use, I feel like my skin's been looking really dull. It's been, you know, the bumps, like the fine bumps are, I should say specifically, my pores have been looking really enlarged lately, you guys. So we're on a carrot juice regimen right now. So you know, days I'm probably feel like I'm looking a little too orange because of my new carrot juice regimen. But I just want to say this is a rant about juicers. So I bought my juicer 6 years ago. No, it's been a minute. I bought that juicer, ooh, about 15, let's just say 10 years ago. It's the first version of the Jack LaLanne juicer. And when I bought that juicer was like, it's the old one, $100 or $40, $100, $200. So I bought that juicer when it was like $100 or $2, and I got it at Macy's. I love that juicer. I still love that juicer so much. But for some, oh, sorry, you guys, sorry. But for some odd reason, I'm tired of cleaning it. Like, would someone please make it easy for me to juice stuff? Like literally a easy juicer, and not just a easy juicer. Please, I'm tired of having you know, rebuild it and unbuild it. That's pretty much how juicing with the Jack LaLanne juicer is. It's rebuilding and unbuilding. It's very annoying to me and every day, and the cleanup is just a hassle. So I just wanted to tell you guys that if you have a juicer, please, you understand the pain, and people wonder why people don't juice a lot. It's just because of the cleaning. It's bad enough when you cook, you have to clean all the juicers. Why you have to juice and clean the juicer? And I know people will be like, well, just go buy a bottle of juice. It's cheaper for me to buy $2 of carrots that'll last a week and a half. That's $2 versus going to buy a $4 container of juice that will probably last me $5 or $8, something like that. It's really expensive. It's cheaper for me and my juicer to roll with the carrots, okay? So I'm on my new carrot juice regimen, and you're probably like, why? What's with carrot juice? Carrot juice is high in vitamin A, and vitamin A is said to keep you youthful looking, nice and supple and just, you know, beautiful. That's what it's said to do. I do use a lot of vitamin A products, but you know, they say diet's about 75%. My sister says diet is 75% and then environmental factors. No, wait, she says diet is 70%, environmental factors are about 30%. I personally think she's probably right, but you know, I like to argue her down because that's how we roll. I argue her for everything she said. That's just what you do. And then 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, I'll be like, you know, Sierra, you were right. You were right. But vitamin, I think diet is about 80-20. That's my opinion. 80-20. 80% diet, 20% environmental factors, meaning this is how we go. So if your diet's okay, then about 20% You know, the rest is you get sick from something in the world, you know, skincare items, whatever, just things, ailments, people sneeze on you, you know, the world we live in Western society. Things just happen to us. But this was longer than a minute, huh, you guys? That's here nor there. Let's get into DIY Saturday. Welcome to DIY Saturday with me, your host, Shundara. Hey, all you savvy naturalistas, welcome to DIY Saturday. Today we're making a green tea lip balm. So I really, I'm just on this green tea kick lately again, because as the weather cools down, I tend to drink more hot stuff, and it tends to be green tea. Green tea is high in caffeine, so I like that go it gives me versus coffee. And then with all the headaches people tell you coffee gives you, I'm just like, no, I don't want coffee. But coffee is like, and green tea to me is like, if you smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, but you know how some people smoke cigarettes, and it's those type of people who don't have an addiction to it, but they can smoke it like one day and then go off of it. I don't know how we got on the cigarette thing, but yeah, smoking one day and then go off of it. That's just what coffee reminds me of. I think I associate coffee with cigarette smoking, which I shouldn't, because that's me judging, and I don't want to judge. But we're making a green tea lip balm, so let's get into the ingredients you'll need for this green tea lip balm, you guys. You need matcha green tea powder, you guys. This smells so good. As I smell matcha, it smells so good even more. So you will need those two. And when we do the rest of the DIY, I'll tell you the other ingredients you'll need. So let's go make this green tea lip balm, you guys. Okay, you guys, so we're back, and now we're going to make our matcha green tea lip balms. So for these lip balms, I'm not going to do a lot. So you will probably need about 4 to 8 tablespoons of coconut oil, and this is just a normal base that I don't use, but I'm just using it now. So you want 4 to 8 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm using this coconut oil I got at Walmart, and I haven't put it in a jar yet, so you really won't be able to see it. It's pretty big. You will need 4 tablespoons of castor oil and about 2 tablespoons of beeswax and some matcha green tea. So let's get into this recipe, and I actually need a spoon. I guess I'll just use one of these big old spoons to stir. Oh wait, I have a little spoon right here that I can use, you guys. Okay, so let's get into this recipe. We're gonna start off with our 8 tablespoons of coconut oil. And you will also need Miracle Glow oil, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com, you guys. So you will need that. So let's get this together. Yeah, I haven't had time to actually put this coconut oil in a jar. So bear with me, you guys, as I just do this the unprofessional way. But hey, DIY Saturday, is it really ever professional, you guys? I mean, honestly. So that's about 8 tablespoons. I really did 8 tablespoons. You can use 4. The less you want to make, you can use 4. It's all up to you. And so you want 4 tablespoons of castor oil. Castor oil is pretty thick, and I tell you guys this all the time. Wait, actually, before we put our castor oil in, because it's so thick, you want to add your 2 tablespoons of matcha green tea. Now, what I've noticed with matcha green tea, depending on the type of matcha green tea that you get, it will make your lip balms grainy. So you want a powder, a real fine matcha, something very not too grainy, so when people put it on their lips, they won't have that grainy feeling. Because a lot of matcha green teas are not of good quality, and they don't process the leaf that the matcha comes from really well. And so before you add your castor oil, if you're using castor oil, if not, you can use shea butter, or you could just use all coconut oil. It's up to you. But before you add your castor oil, you want to mix your green tea and your matcha together, because coconut oil is a looser oil. It's not as thick as castor oil, so the green tea won't clump up as much. And if there's a little clumps, that's fine. These are handmade. You know, handmade items have lots of imperfections, so I wouldn't tend to worry about it. But look at how smooth it came out. It's pretty nice. And I added 1 tablespoon of castor oil before I put the matcha. So if I didn't add that 1 tablespoon of castor oil, this would have actually came out a little less clumpy. Well, it would probably not came out as clumpy as it is now. So it's probably clumpy because of the castor oil. So you want to add your other 3 tablespoons of castor oil. It's up to you. Castor oil is a really great oil to use, you guys. Then you want to stir this up a little more, and then you want to add a tablespoon of beeswax. This is beeswax. You can use any beeswax you like. That's about a tablespoon, and you just stir it together. See how it looks? You guys, look how lovely it looks. Just stir it together. So we're gonna put this in a microwave, and I'll be back right before we are about to pour this baby. Okay, so now we're going to mix this all together. I put it in a microwave for about 1 minute to about a minute, a half a minute. I would say under 2 minutes. And the reason why is because beeswax tends to get grainy in your lip balms the higher the temperature gets. So you don't want to keep it in the microwave too long. It's better if you keep it under a minute and stir it real quickly. So your lip balms don't get grainy when you give them away as gifts. Now that it's out of the microwave, and I even suggest doing this on a double boiler on the stove, because lip balm tends to get grainy real quick if you're not using a lip balm base. And that's why I genuinely like using lip balm bases, you guys, is because it doesn't get as grainy when you're making your own lip balms. But it's up to you what you prefer. If you have beeswax laying around the house, a bit of coconut oil, or any oil, you don't want to use castor oil, you can use canola oil. I tend to use castor oil. I just like it. It makes the lips slip. And this is about a half a cup, this whole Pyrex cup of ingredients. So if you just want to do 1/4 cup of coconut oil and 1/4 cup of castor oil or any other oil, that's fine, with 2 tablespoons of beeswax and about 2 teaspoons of matcha green tea. So now we're going to put Miracle Glow oil in it, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com. And I don't like to heat this oil up too much because it's a fine oil. So I always wait till my oils are melted and cooled down to a temperature. And this is not hot to touch, so it's nice and perfect. So you want to add your 20 drops of Miracle Glow oil. And then you can add flavoring oils. We'll probably do more flavors as we go into winter, probably later in the year into the beginning of the year. And once it's done and it's stirred real nice, and see how it's really no graininess to your matcha green tea. And the more matcha green tea you add, the more flavor, the more matcha flavor you get. So I don't really like to add flavor because matcha has its own flavor. If you don't like the flavor of matcha, you can add like L'Oreal oils, which are perfect if you're a newbie. If not, you guys know the places to get oils. I get mine at Amazon. Sometimes I go to soap supply stores and get them. It just all depends. So you want to pour it like so. And you can put this in lip balm tubes. I was just too lazy. Last week, a few weeks ago, I think it was about, yeah, last week, a few weeks ago, you guys. Last week we did lip scrubs. And I still, I hate lip balm tubes. I'm gonna be honest, I really dislike lip balm tube containers because it's just too much going on. You have to clean that thing in those little circles, and I'm still cleaning it out from the lip balm tube. So we didn't do tubes this time. We did little cute pots. So once they're done like this, you wanna let them dry, and we'll be back to see what they look like. Bye, you guys. Okay, so we're back, and now we're done with our green tea lip balms, and I just wanted to show you guys what they look like. So you see how pretty they are? Ooh, look how nice. At first, I thought, well, I may need to rephotograph these in a different container, but they you can see the green tea in this container. At first, I was really worried, but it looks really good, so I don't think I will need to put it in a new container when we photograph them. So if you do see them in a new container, when I do decide when it's time to photograph them, if you see them in a new container, it's because they wouldn't really show through the camera. So this is what they look like. They're really easy to make, and the recipe was pretty easy. I really hope you enjoyed our green tea lip balm DIY recipe, and I'll see you in our next DIY Saturday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bye, you guys.